Okay, so someone says, I can prove the earth is flat. We've all heard it a million times, but let's use our critical thinking caps and the definition of the word proof. Now, proof is all about compelling evidence that convinces us of a truth or a fact. Now, when we look at the earth, all the evidence like satellite images and the way gravity shapes planets points to a round earth. And proof isn't just about throwing out a claim, it's about backing it up with solid reasoning derived from facts. The flat earth theory? Well, it doesn't really do that, does it? Please subscribe.
The most overlooked thing in the ball earth versus flat earth debate is what the definition of proof is.
Well, there isn't really a debate, but okay. I completely agree with you. Flat earthers do tend to overlook what the word proof means, and let's be honest about it, it's pretty cut and dried. For a piece of information to be considered a valid proof, it needs to do a couple of very important things. It needs to be evidence-based, and flat earthers know there's no evidence for a flat earth.
Enrique, how high is your light?
17 feet.
I mean, it's as, we don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
And before you say it, misunderstanding or denying a piece of evidence because it doesn't support your position doesn't make it false. It also needs to be logically consistent, which means the proof must be logically sound. Where's the logic in claiming something that's been an established fact for thousands of years to be false?
Proof is defined as the evidence or argument that compels the mind to accept an assertion as true.
A proof is indeed evidence or argument that compels the mind to accept an assertion as true, and it involves presenting sufficient and convincing information that leaves little to no room for doubt about the assertion's validity. So just blurting out, the earth looks flat to me, therefore it is, really isn't helping your argument at all. In fact, it's having the exact opposite effect. Now, flat earthers are big fans of asserting things. We've all heard them do it multiple times. But when someone, like a person who believes the earth is flat, makes assertions, they can't be backed up with any valid evidence. And they're just baseless or unsubstantiated claims. And that's why the assertions lack supporting evidence or logical reasoning required to be considered credible or valid. Because the earth isn't flat.
What this means is that just because proof is provided does not mean that you have to accept the corresponding assertion as truth.
Today's random name is Dennis Botwell. Now look, full disclosure, I don't know anything about this flat earther. It's a brand new channel with one video on it, and to err on the side of caution, I'm going to throw this one over to you. Did he just say that as a flat earther, if someone provides a piece of evidence that demonstrates the earth is an oblate spheroid, for example, that he can choose to not believe it, even though it may well be verifiable and backed up by multiple different pieces of evidence? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
For example, when ball earthers say,
"We went to the moon. There's video proof."
we can take a look at that video and determine for ourselves whether or not we accept that proof to indicate truth.
So, are we expected to believe that it's nothing more than a coincidence that almost every flat earther you come across on the internet is also a moon landing denier? Think about it. Why do they all deny the moon landing, and the ISS for that matter? It's because they all know that on their own, those two things completely destroy their silly ideas about the earth being flat. There are literally people up there right now looking down on Earth and seeing that it's an oblate spheroid. But of course, they are just some of the 75,000 people who are all in on the lie. Anyone is free to look at any video and decide for themselves if it's real or not. But denying that we landed on the moon in 1972 is like denying that the sky is blue, or denying that I wear glasses. Only an idiot would claim that I don't wear glasses because there they are, on my face in every one of my videos.
So as you navigate the ball earth versus flat earth debate,
as I've already said, there is no debate. There's flat earthers running around saying it must be flat because it looks flat to me. Then there's us, the ones who are right. It really is that simple.
you'll encounter a lot of proof from both sides.
Do you really believe that though? I mean, just think about it for a second. You've got Jeranism, the clip I showed earlier. who, whilst trying to prove that the Earth was flat, actually proved that it is what we know it to be, an oblate spheroid. And the late Bob Nodell, rest in peace Bob, and I say that with the greatest of respect, but it cost him $20,000 to try and prove that the Earth was flat, and all that ended up happening was they confirmed what we already know. When are you ever gonna give it up?
And the ball Earth proof will counter the flat Earth proof, and vice versa.
Well, there were 2 points available there, but I'm afraid I'm only awarding you 1. You are right. Ball Earth proofs will always counter flat Earth arguments. The other way round, not so much. And by not so much, I mean not at all. Because evidence demonstrating that the Earth is a globe is based in reality. Evidence proving that the Earth is flat, well, it's all in your heads. And I wish you'd keep it there sometimes.
It is up to you to determine what you believe to be true.
Yeah, but some things are just true, regardless of people's beliefs. And these truths are often based in objective evidence and scientific understanding. For example, gravity pulls objects towards Earth. The Earth orbits the Sun. Water boils at 100 degrees C at sea level. These facts remain constant and true no matter what anyone believes. It's just like saying you believe you can fly, but if you jump off a building, gravity's not going to cooperate with your belief.
Another example, ball Earthers will often say,
ships disappearing over the horizon is proof that the Earth is round.
Imagine the Earth is a giant pizza, and for flat earthers that shouldn't be that difficult for them to do. When a ship sails away, it's like a slice of pepperoni sliding off the edge, but instead of just plopping down, it slowly dips out of sight bottom first.
Bottom.
Why? Because our pizza is actually a meatball. The ship isn't hiding, it's just following the curve of our meatball Earth. If the Earth were flat like a pizza, we'd see the ship shrink to a tiny dot, not sneak away bottom first.
However flat they would have imagined the Earth to be, they couldn't have accepted it to be completely flat, because otherwise you would never not see the ship.
disregarding the fact that a man who wears glasses thinks he has infinite vision. The rest of his argument seems like compelling proof. Are we convinced that the Earth is spherical? No? Why not?
Now, on average, if you're stood on a beach looking out to sea, the horizon is roughly 3 miles away, on average. Why would you need infinite vision to be able to see ships disappearing over that horizon if it's only 3 miles away?
Because ships that disappear over the horizon can be brought back into view with zoom technology. If you can bring a ship back into view after it has disappeared over the supposed curvature of the Earth, then clearly the horizon is not the curvature of the Earth, but rather the limit of our vision.
This is such a stupid flat Earth proof. But okay, let's use the footage that you picked and you put into your own video. You can zoom that boat back into view because it hasn't gone over the horizon yet. Now, if we look beyond the boat, there's more water and a horizon line in full view. Okay, look, flat earthers and their beloved P900 cameras, and P1000s. Go and set yourself up on a beach and film a boat like someone has done here, but instead of just zooming it back in and shouting, "Aha! Flat Earth confirmed," wait a while. Carry on filming that boat until it completely disappears and try to explain that on a flat Earth. And I know that none of you will say that it's gone beyond what the camera can capture, because we've all seen you zooming in on the moon using the very same cameras. And everyone knows the moon is roughly 240,000 miles away from Earth. And don't rush, we'll wait.
This is explained because human sight converges at a single point in the center of our vision.
No, human sight doesn't exactly converge to a single point. Instead, our eyes work together to give us a binocular or two-eyed view of the world.
I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
And this binocular vision helps us perceive depth and distance. Each eye captures its own slightly different image, and our brain combines these two images to create a single three-dimensional view.
Objects will obviously disappear from our sight at smaller distances in the lower atmosphere, since the lower atmosphere is more dense than the upper atmosphere.
Hang on a second. What you're describing is an atmospheric gradient, and I thought that flat earthers thought that that wasn't a thing. You know, because they say you can't have a pressure gradient without a container, or whatever the hell it is they say. But anyway, the disappearance of objects from our sight at certain distances isn't primarily due to the density differences between the lower and the upper atmosphere. Instead, it's about the curvature of Earth and the limits of human visual acuity. So like so many flat earthers that have come before you, while trying to prove the Earth is flat, you just sort of explained why it isn't.
At the end of the day, you need to determine for yourself what truth is. If you're interested in learning about Flat Earth, I recommend checking out Eric Duby's content.
Ugh. I should have seen that one coming, shouldn't I? Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, you're still here then. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something new. If you did, then you'll probably enjoy this video as well. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you all again very soon, or in a few minutes if you do decide to watch this recommended video. Love you, bye.